All right, Shalom Mishpacha family. I am doing this video here. It's very important. Something that I wanted to share with everyone. This is like my second or third attempt because I didn't have it right with the voice recording and everything. But I want to ask you all a question. Why do you think Yahusha, our Messiah, gave the money bag to the one person that was considered the thief in the 12 disciples, right? And knowing that Yahusha knew these things and that he would be betrayed by Judas, why would he give it to a thief? And so we're going to kind of think, go through scriptures and talk about this today. And the reason I'm doing this is because I see so many ministries that are serving both. They're serving money and mammon. And the scriptures clearly say that we cannot serve both mammon, which is money, the GAWD of this world of fortune, and Yah. We can only serve one. So let's read here and now we'll talk about this. Then Yahusha, 6 days before the Pesach, which is Passover, came to Bethany, where Eleazar was, which had been dead, whom he raised from the dead. There he made him a supper, and Martha served, but Eleazar was one of them that sat at the table with him. Then took Miriam, which is Mary, a pound of ointment of spikenard, very costly, and anointed the feet of Yahusha, and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. Then said one of the Talmudim, which is disciples, Yehuda Iscariot, Judas, Shimeon's son, which should betray him, why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence and given to the poor? This is what Judas said. This he said, not that he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief and had the bag, the money bag, that Yahusha allowed him to carry, and bore what was put therein. All right. So now let's go to Matithyahu. Let's go to Matithyahu 6:24. Okay. And it says, no man can serve two above all, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Aluah and Mammon, money or silver, the god of this world. Okay? Now, let's also go to, let's back up here. Let's go to 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in Shamayim, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through and steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Okay? Very important for everyone to understand. And I will go to the next scripture here. But before I do, I wanted to say this. Yehudas is basically like the image of the wolf in sheep's clothing. He was a student, a close companion of Yahusha, who lived with Yahusha and the other disciples. for 3-ish years. He traveled with them and ate with them and prayed with them by the fires and received instruction from Yahusha, even witnessed Yahusha's miracles. Abba, the Father, provided for their needs over and over again. So why did Yahusha put him in charge of this? And why did Judas not, have the belief that he would be provided for, and basically just kept taking from the money that was given to them by the public and their supporters, right? Even though, Judas appeared to perform the right things, none of Judas' fellow disciples, Talmudim, perceived his deceitfulness. If we go to John 13, let's go to John 13 and 28. It says this, 28 through 29. No man at the table knew for what intent he spoke this unto him. Let me just make sure I'm reading the right spot. Yeah. For some of them thought because Yehuda had the bag that Yahusha had said unto him, buy those things that we have need of against the feast, or that he should give something to the poor. All right. Let me back up here. I think I was reading the wrong scripture. Yeah, let's start at 27. It says here, where it says, and after the morsel, Hasatan entered into him, then said Yahusha unto him, that you do quickly. Right? So basically, this is when, I should have read the whole thing here, but this is when, Yehuda, Judas, was basically taken over by Hasatan, and Hasatan entered into him, right? So let's also go to 26 of Matthew. So I know we're going back and forth here, everyone, but please bear with me. Matthew 26, 15. And said unto them, what will ye give me, and what will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver, and from that time sought opportunity to betray him. So, Judas betrayed our Mashiach for 30 pieces of silver. Just like when he was in the house with Miriam, he only thought about the money. He was thinking about the oil, because that was where his heart was in the money. And same thing when he betrayed Yahusha, it was for 30 pieces of silver. Okay. Now let's go to 1 Timothy 6:10. First Timothy 6:10. I believe it is. Let's see. Yes. For the love of many is the root of all evil, which while some coveted, after they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Okay? So, by doing this coveting, by doing this, you are piercing yourself through with many sorrows. All right, let's go to also Matthew 6:33. Matthew 6:33. And it says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of Elohim and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." Right? We are not to serve any other thing but Yahuwah. And all things shall be added unto us. Store up your treasures in the Shamayim, right? So let's also go to Luke 12:32, which says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Abba's tube pleasure to give you the kingdom. Sell that ye have, and give alms. Provide yourselves bags which wax not old, a treasure in the Shamayim that fails not, where no thief approaches, neither moth corrupts. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also." All right, so you can read on more and more, but basically, this is what we are commanded to do. And it's really sad in these times because the 501c, or even if people aren't using 501c, they're just using PayPal or Venmo or different apps for people to donate on their channels. If you were to take that away from a ministry, most of these ministries would not be able to survive. So basically what they have done is they have made money a part of their ministry, and they are putting one above the other. You know, they have basically, they're trying to serve both, and we are told that we must not do this. So I just wanted to share this because I'm not doing this in judgment. I'm just saying that this is what I've been led to do. You have never seen me basically ask for money or any of these things, because we are told to freely receive and freely give, right? And we are told to store up our treasures in the Shamayim. Everything that is here on the Eretz, the earth, will turn to rust and will decay and go away. Yes, we do have to support ourselves with food and all these things. But just like Yahusha, when he multiplied the fish and the bread, he did not depend on the money bag that Judas Iscariot was carrying around. You know, he depended on the Abba, Yahuwah. He kept the commandments and walked in righteousness as a sinless man, you know, that came down for us to, give his life for the atonement, right? He was the ransom. He is the one that came to give us redemption, all right? And the least we can do is serve him and not serve the God of this world, which is on your dollar bill, right? And this is what many sadly are doing in their own ministries and in their own lives. So I just wanted to share this because this is something I feel that every single believer of the Mashiach should ask themselves, what and who are they putting first? Choose this day whom you will serve. You cannot serve Mammon and Yah. You can only serve one. So with that being said, everyone, don't be like Judas and betray and be the thief. Instead, be like Yahusha, the one who gave and did not worry about money. He did not serve money in any way. And so with that being said, I hope this was beneficial. And there's so much more to this. But may Yahuwah barak each and every one of you. And all esteem to Yahuwah. Kal kabadu Yahuwah. And I just palal that this will be received and it will be shown to the right person. And with that being said, I hope you all have a Yapa, which means beautiful, Yom, which means day. And I look forward to talking and doing another video soon. All right. Shalom, shalom, everyone.